Hi, I'm Sid, and I call my wood shop Sid's Wood Shack. This is where I do my thing out here. We make projects, my wife and I. And I want to introduce to you, at least share with you, at least 5 or 6 of my favorite all-time tools in my shop. This is important because if you have a relative who has a wood shop and you need a gift, let's say an anniversary, a birthday, a Christmas gift, here's some good solid suggestions for you to enhance that wood shop a little bit more. Of course, one of the most important things that I like using are my safety glasses. My shop is safety first. That's the thinking that I have. I have been doing woodworking for many, many years. And look, I still have all 10 fingers. There's all there, all the fingernails. So I haven't ripped my fingernails or hurt my eyes. And you know what? It's good to have 3 or 4 different pairs of safety glasses. This pair here is red, white, and blue. It's my favorite type. It represents America to me, patriotism. Also on the side of my glasses is a shield to protect the side of my eye, not just the front. And this is so important that when you cut wood or hammer metal or do any kind of work where you might have splinters or shavings going everywhere, wear these glasses. Just a little bit ago I attached a board to an undergirding there just to protect it a little bit more to enhance the stability, and I wore my glasses. One friend of mine learned the hard way. He was weed whipping around his house. He has a fence line and he was right next to the fence, and he was not wearing glasses at all. And he said a piece of rock or substance came up, hit his eye, and later he had to have eye surgery on his retina, and he had a lot of problems with his eyes, all because he didn't take time to put on a $4 or $5 pair of safety glasses. So I love these things. When I have guests here working in my shop, young fellas perhaps, friends of mine, relatives, I pull out 3 or 4 pairs and I say, you can't work here. Well, you can work in my shop if you wear the glasses. And I think that's pretty good requirement if someone works in your wood shop. So this is number 1 right here, a good set of eyeglasses. Number 2, I like my rubber mallet. This thing has come in handy. I probably have had it years and years. If there's a close-up shot on it, you'll see it's beat up here and there. And I have used it multiple times for just tapping wood in place or some other project that I'm working on. And every shop needs to have a rubber mallet. There's different size rubber mallets. This is a fairly large one, but they make smaller ones. The diameter is smaller, but no matter how many you have, you always find a use for these. And talking about hammers, remember a wood shop should be able to function in different ways, so you just don't need one hammer. You need another one for nails. Here's a real small one for tacks. Here is a large claw hammer for pulling nails out of some 2x4s, 2x6s, or whatever, with a heavy claw on the back. And I've got a metal handle here, a hammer, and then other wooden type handles. So a good wood shop could use 5 or 6 different type of hammers. This is one of my favorites right here. This is a hammer I won't ever use because of the what it means to me as a father. My son is around 35 years old, and a couple years ago, for Father's Day, I believe, he sent me this hammer, and engraved on it, it says, "Thank you for helping me build my life." And I like that. I like that a lot. He knows I'm a wood butcher, a woodworker, and he had this made and sent this to me. So anyway, but have many hammers. Many hammers will do you well. Here's another tool that I like quite a bit. This is a little a ratchet set, just for mainly just tips, like for a screwdriver ratchet. This is a cobalt. You can hear the clicking. You pull this out, the top out, then it goes the other way if you want to take out a screw or put in a screw. Excuse me. The tips for this are on the back end. And I'm going to come to the camera and show you a little closer how this works. This is a great little tool. I use this almost every single time. You can see it's got multiple tips here. Here is a Phillips head. Here's a square driver, star tips, more square drivers of different sizes. Here's flat head. Here's another Phillips right here, another flat, another Phillips. And again, you can just take this unit here, just put it right in place. And again, when you go in one direction, pull that out, then you go the other direction. And all these fit right in the tip here, right in the front. Just like that. You could also leave this longer driver accessory piece in and then put the tip right in there. So again, there's different ways to use this. I have found this Cobalt double drive screwdriver with the attachments very, very, very handy in my wood shop. And while I'm right here, let me show you something else. Several years ago, when I first got my wood shop going, my dear wife got me a DeWalt drill bit set with various attachments on the inside as well. So when you open it up, now some parts are missing because of the usage. I have been missing some, but you can take this piece out. You can put it in a screwdriver or a drill. This is a cordless drill here. I'll tell you about in a minute. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. You can see how that works. Then you can put multiple tips in there. Pull this back. It's a quick release system, and pull that out. Then if you're ready to drill a hole, just put that in there. Again, quick release. And drill bits all over the place. There's a couple paddle bits. There's a couple paddle bits in here as well. This is 3/4 inch. There might have been another one. Again, I've used this so much, some of my tools have gotten messed up from the usage. They're broken or whatever. I probably ought to get me another set of this. This is really good, really valuable set. So then, again, you can take that out, put this all back together, because if you attempt to keep care of your tools will keep care of you. And again, while I'm right here, so that was, let's see here, I said 5 or 6 items. There was the glasses, the hammer, you have this screwdriver here with the extra tips, a ratchet screwdriver if you want to call it that. Then you have the drill bit set with all the different items in here. There's even some hex bits in here as well, and there were a handful of drill bits for drilling holes, and it's on and on I can go. There's longer bits, shorter ones, Phillips heads, different sizes, mainly Phillips head, square driver, and flat bits in here. Oh, I'm sorry, here's some more up here too. Yeah, there's several up here as well. Here's some square drivers. But also, I like my Ryobi cordless drill. Charge these babies up, they slap right in place. When I bought this a couple years ago, it came with 2 battery packs, lithium 18-volt battery packs. One also, I've used it so much, this one doesn't charge up. I'm going to have to get me another one of these. But it's got a torque area here. When you put it in, put a bit in your drill, there's a no key to this, so you just twist it. This modern generation does not know what a key chuck is on a drill. So, works very handily. It has a little light that flashes up here. See? There it is. And let me take this out. And there's a place right down here for one of your drivers. This one here has a flat edge on one side, and it's got a Phillips head on the other side. So then that will lock in place. Well, let's see, it should. Here we go. Again, just turn it with your hand and tighten it. And then if you have a lot of screws, you got to go into a tight corner somewhere in a closet, there's a magnetic section here. You can just throw on some screws and they're not coming off because that's magnetic. Again, very, very handy tool. I use this everywhere. I've taken it to shops and schools to use for other projects. So, let me recount here. Here, I'll set them up and recount with you. Okay, let's do a recount here. Here are my 5 favorite tools in my wood shop. Although I have many tools, you can see all across my pegboard area. Tools, there's even a area there with a bunch of screwdrivers set up and other tools. Let me show you the 5 I really like the most. Okay, first of all, there was the glasses. There's the red, white, and blue safety glasses. Never do woodworking, metalworking without a pair of glasses. Have 3 or 4 pairs in your shop for visitors. Make use of them, use them. Your eye is not worth a $3 pair of something so simple to protect those eyes. That's very important. Then, I also love this cobalt driver right here. Let me flip this around so you can see it. There it is. All the tips are right here. They go in a little caddy, you might call it. They go into the back end. Then it screws on together. Screws all together so you can tote it somewhere. Here are those hammers I mentioned. That rubber mallet is so valuable. I use it just all the time. But every shop needs more than one hammer. There's a couple claw hammers. There's a very small hammer for tacks. The one with a red handle I got from Sears years ago. It's a Craftsman, and I have had that probably over 30 years. Here's that DeWalt drill bit set. Let me flip this back. There you go. Look at that. I use this all the time in my wood shop. Make a great gift for a husband, some other woodworker, a father, uncle. Comes with multiple tips. Usually, most of the time, this is a Phillips head or flat, but I think there's even a square driver. There's a quick release system in here. That piece there, put in your drill bit, or your drill, excuse me. Pull back the front, and you can attach any of these at one time. Just go back and forth, and it does come with a handful of drill bits you can see there, and other kind of drivers. And then finally here, this Ryobi Cordless Drill has been a great tool. It comes with 2 battery packs. One is in my machine, the other is sitting right there. It's an 18-volt lithium battery. Unfortunately, this one here does not take power anymore. I can't charge that, so I'm stuck with one battery. I'm going to have to get me another one. It does have a light in the front. There's no key to use on the front here either. That's just tightened by hand. Then you can also put a lot of screws or whatever right here in the front, because that's a place there that's magnetic. See? Watch this. Anyway, thank you for joining me in my wood shop, and I wish you the best of both worlds. And if you have anything you want me to review or talk about, just let me know. Any other tool, idea for wood shop use. Take care.